Mr. Clerk, we don't have but 4 bills, so I think unless we have some way to communicate with those who are missing, I'd like for us to call this meeting of Senate Education and Health to order. Could you please call the roll?
Yes, ma'am. Senator Lucas. I'm sorry, Senator Seslow. Senator Howe.
Here.
Senator Newman.
Here.
Senator Locke.
Here.
Senator Barker.
Here.
Senator Peterson.
Here.
Senator Cosgrove.
Here.
Senator Donovan.
Here.
Senator thank you. Senator Suderline. Senator Peake. Senator Edwards.
Here.
Senator Chafin. And Senator Hashmi.
Here.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Senator Lewis is here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I anticipate that this will be a rather quick meeting this morning. We only have 4 bills in committee, 3 of which have bills that are similar or identical. We only have 1 bill that is not identical to one that's been carried in the Senate, and that's the bill that's carried by Delegate Rome. So if we might start in order, I want to begin with House Bill 5041. Is the patron in queue?
Yes, I am, Madam Chair. This is Delegate Head.
We'd like to hear from you, sir. Go right ahead with Senate Bill 5041.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chair, and members of the committee. House Bill 5041 is currently
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, go right ahead with your bill. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, House Bill 5041 is currently very similar to, and I believe that Council has an amendment, and if we could entertain that, it will make it identical now to Senate Bill 5042 from Senator Kiggins. That will, in the posture that it is, we've been working together on this and with the stakeholders, and so if the committee would entertain this amendment, I think that we could get these in the identical posture.
Motion by the committee to.
I'll move the amendment.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that the amendment be agreed to. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, Mr. Clerk, shall I call the roll as I find it?
Sorry. No, ma'am. You're fine.
Okay, all right. Delegate Head.
All right.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And this bill is, again, just simply setting up the procedures for facilities, assisted livings, nursing homes, residential hospices, to put into place a mechanism for during pandemic to allow for either face-to-face visitation in some fashion or video visitation for the family members that have been isolated so far with this. And the latest amendment, I think, adds the procedures for how long the department has to set up the regulations for that to give them enough time to put that into place. And we just would appreciate your looking favorably on this so we can move these 2 fine pieces of legislation along.
Thank you for your presentation. Of course, we've heard this in committee. Any discussion by any member of the committee?
Move to report.
Second.
Been moved and second that the bill be reported. All in favor of reporting House Bill 5041, please let it be known by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Nays have the same right. Bill passes. Madam Chair of Finance, does this bill need to go to Finance?
I don't believe so.
Okay. The bill passes. Thank you so much for coming on with us this morning, Delegate Head. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, and you as well. Thank you, ma'am.
Very welcome. The next bill we have in committee is House Bill 5048. Delegate Sickles is a patron in queue.
Madam Chair, this is Senator Barker,
Yes, Senator Barker.
and Delegate Sickles is not on today. He and I have companion bills here, and we've agreed that we would amend his bill to mine to conform it with what mine was when it left the Senate, and then we'll work things out in conference. As a question or two on it right now. So with that, I move to conform to the Senate Bill 5081, I believe it was, that passed as it passed the Senate.
There's a second.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that the bill be amended. Senator Barker.
All right.
Sorry. But I'm sorry. All in favor, please vote aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Senator Barker.
Yeah, and this bill is the bill to be able to authorize the state and require the state to report information when there are outbreaks at facilities or programs around the Commonwealth.
Could I have a motion on the bill?
I'll make a motion to report the bill as amended.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that the bill be reported as amended. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Same right.
Aye.
Bill passes. Thank you, Senator Barker. The next bill we have, of course, is Delegate Adams. Senator Barker, are you going to speak to that one as well?
Delegate Adams is here.
Okay, Delegate Adams, I'm sorry, I couldn't see.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, members of the committee, I'd like to speak to HB 5046, and I believe there are a few technical amendments. If the council could notify the members if that's appropriate.
Yes, could you please?
Madam
Do we
Chair,
need those amendments?
Madam Chair, there are amendments needed. They're listed in the docket. I'm happy to read them if you'd like, but they are outlined. They're all technical in nature. It was a publishing error by Lexis to drop some language, so this just puts the language back in place.
Thank you so much.
Move the amendments, Madam Chair.
Second.
Second for the movement on amendments. It's been moved. Okay, it's been moved and second that the amendments be agreed to. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays. Ayes have it. The amendments have been adopted. Delegate Adams.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members committee, this bill will look familiar to you as it contains the same language you reviewed and passed unanimously with Senator Barker's SB 5080. This is the telemedicine bill that brings needed extensions of our current healthcare delivery services to the ongoing pandemic of COVID-19. Specifically, the bill directs the Board of Medical Assistance Services to amend the state plan for medical assistance services to provide payment of medical assistance for medically necessary healthcare services provided through telemedicine regardless of originating site or whether the healthcare provider accompanies the patient at the time of services provider. The bill also prohibits insurers, corporations, or HMOs from requiring the use of proprietary technology for the purposes of reimbursement of telemedicine. It makes clear that prescribing of controlled substances via telemedicine shall comply with the requirements of Virginia Code and all applicable federal law. And finally, the bill directs DMAS to continue to reimburse healthcare providers for Medicaid covered services delivered via audio-only equipment and by telemedicine services as described in the guidance issued by DMAS in March 19th, 2020 until July 1, 2021. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that presentation. Are there any questions by members of the committee? Then I guess maybe a motion is in order.
I'll move to report as amended.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that the bill be reported as amended. All in favor, please let it be known by aye.
Aye.
Nays have the same right. Thank you, Delegate Adams. The bill has been reported.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. We have one remaining bill, and that bill is by Delegate Rome. Good morning. And this is the only bill for which we do not have in the committee a companion bill. So if you might want to give us a presentation on your bill, we'd like to hear you now.
I'll be happy to, Madam Chair. Thank you so much. Madam Chair and members of the committee, HB 5113 transforms school participation in the USDA Food and Nutrition Service community eligibility provision, also known as CEP, into an opt-out process instead of an opt-in process for eligible schools in the Commonwealth. CEP is currently underused in Virginia, as many schools that meet federal eligibility requirements for the program are not taking advantage of available federal dollars to provide free school breakfast and school lunch to students in lower income areas. Out of all the public schools that are currently eligible, approximately 180 schools are not yet participating in CEP. And I would also note, Madam Chair, that this was a recommendation from a COVID-19 work study group, the Education Response and Recovery Work Group from Secretary Carney. So with that, Madam Chair, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions by members of the committee?
Madam Chair, I have a question.
Senator Locke?
I'm sorry, I'll let Senator Howell go.
Senator Howell?
I was just going to commend the delegate for bringing forward this this bill. I find it appalling that some local governments aren't using this free food for our hungry children, and I'm embarrassed that one of my own is included in that. So I appreciate her efforts.
Madam Chair.
I think Senator Locke was next, and then you, Senator Peterson. Senator Locke.
I just have one question, Delegate Room. Just what we mean by not financially viable.
Sure. So, Madam Chair and Senator Locke, what the phrase of basically for not financially viable, that is a USDA term. It is basically what the federal government is already using within their provisions. So we wanted to make sure that whatever we were going to put into the state code actually met the federal code. And so in the unlikely event that a school district, say at the 40% level, which is like the minimal eligibility qualification, that if for some reason the numbers didn't work out for them, then VDOE would end up issuing a waiver so that they wouldn't have to participate. At the same time, though, the program is designed to be financially viable for schools. So, you know, that's why we included the language.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Locke. Senator Howell. Senator Peterson.
Yeah, Madam Chair, first of all, I want to congratulate the delegate. I think this is a good outside the box idea to make sure we're maximizing everything we can get through the federal government. I guess my question is there any financial impact here, either to the state, I guess to the localities? They would need to keep some some type of open. I'm just asking about financial impact.
Madam Chair, I would tell the senator that there's no financial impact to the state whatsoever, which is why the fiscal impact statement that we have on the bill indicates as much. And meanwhile, this is also not an unfunded mandate for localities, because this is literally providing federal dollars to localities. And they will also find that this is going to alleviate the administrative burden that comes with having to track down a whole lot of people who were eligible for free and reduced meals in the first place. And at the same time, this is going to keep so many parents out of school meal debt, where in Prince William County alone, we've had more than $300,000 in a single year of school meal debt. And this is designed to make sure that, we are eliminating as much of that as possible.
Great.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Senator, I heard two voices. Senator Barker, I think I heard your voice first.
All right. I just wanted to report that, as I said, when I talked with Delegate Rome about this bill, my grandson was thrilled when he found out he was going to be able to eat breakfast with the rest of his classmates. He was one of the few who didn't get free breakfast in the classroom when they went to this program. And so he says now he has a choice. He could eat breakfast at home or at school.
Outstanding. Senator Newman. Senator Newman, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair. So when you look at the fiscal impact, and this is to staff, I guess there are two different reimbursement rates in this. So there, in the local government impact financially is indeterminate. So I suspect that depending on a locality, they may get the free rate or the paid rate, and that would be where a locality could make a choice whether or not financially they had prepared to pay for this. Is that correct to staff?
Chair Senator Newman, that is correct to my understanding. I think that Finance Council might be able to better answer that question. But yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Further questions of the Patriot Senator Newman?
No. Well, one last question. That is that if a locality based on COVID or finances decides they want to opt out, I'm just perusing the bill. Does it have to be, is it a vote of the school board or a notification of the department by the administration?
So, Madam Chair, members of the committee, I would tell the Senator.
Delegate Rome, yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, members of the committee, I would tell the Senator that basically the language that we used in the waiver was designed to be flexible for the localities to make that notification to VDOE. And so basically they would end up working that out in VDOE, whether it was from the school board directly or if it was just simply notified, say from the, superintendent of the locality.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
Senator Newman, does that complete your question?
It does, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Questions by any other member of the committee? Motion is in order.
Move to report.
Second.
It's been moved and second that the bill be reported. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Nays have the same right. Congratulations, Delegate Rome. Your bill passed.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Thank you to members of the committee.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Any discussion by any member of the committee? Well, that concludes the meeting. And so with that, unless there's no other discussion, all hearts and minds are clear.
Madam Chair, is that
Yes.
the end of our business for this special session for this committee?
Yes, sir, it is. Happy to say that it is.
Good work. Thank you.
Good job, Madam Chair. Well done.
Well, that concludes our business, so the committee shall rise. Thank you so much.